Hello, dear students. Yesterday we have studied about two kinds of changes, physical change and chemical change. Today, come to the second part of this chapter 6, physical and chemical changes. First of all, let us revise what we have done in previous lecture. Now, we have already defined that in a physical change, there is a change in the physical property of a substance. Physical property includes what? Shape, size, color, and state of a substance. If any of these parameters of a substance changes, then we say that there is a physical change. In a physical change, no new substance is formed. There is no change in the chemical composition of the substance. There is only a change in the physical properties, that is shape, size, state, and color of the substance. We have studied many examples from our daily life situations. Cutting of a paper into pieces, there is a change in the shape while cutting, so it is a physical change. Melting of ice, in which solid changes into liquid, only there is a change in the state. In ice there is H2O, and in the liquid form water there is again H2O. So there is no change in the chemical composition of the substance. So again, melting of ice, it is a physical change. Then boiling of water, as already discussed, here water changes into vapors. Again there is H2O, so it is again a physical change. Stretching of a rubber band, it elongates on stretching, the shape changes, so it is a physical change. Then a piece of iron reshaped to form a nail. It is a very important change because it can be used to explain both kinds of changes, physical change as well as chemical change. A piece of iron can be reshaped to form an iron nail, to form a utensil, to form a spoon or any other article. But here, as the shape is changing, so it is a physical change, right? But when the same iron, it is exposed to air, atmosphere and moisture for some time, what happens? As I have already told, it will get rusted. That is, iron changes into iron oxide. A layer will get deposited over the iron, which is called rust, that is iron oxide. So here a new chemical is formed, so it is a chemical change. However, if the same piece of iron is heated, then we observe that there is a change in the color of that iron piece. It becomes red hot. So that change is a physical change. So considering iron, we can explain both the changes, physical change as well as chemical change. So once again, iron when heated, as it becomes red hot, it is a physical change. Iron when reshaped to form a nail or any other article, it is again a physical change, as there is a change in the shape only. But the same iron when kept in moisture, atmosphere for some time, then it gets rusted and iron oxide is formed. So it is a chemical change. So in a chemical change, a new substance is formed. Some physical changes are reversible. Melting of ice, it can be reversed back. The water formed due to the melting of ice can be again converted into ice if it is kept to a very low temperature. Similarly, boiling of water, water changes into vapor, that is steam. We have observed that if we keep an inverted pan over the boiling water, we find droplets of water, that is, then it condensation occurs. Vapor changes into water. Stretching of a rubber band, if the force applied to stretch the rubber is removed because of elasticity, the rubber will regain its original shape. So these are some of the figures showing you the physical changes taking place: cutting of paper, stretching of a rubber band, then melting of ice, and the fourth one is the cooking of food. As being already told you, when food is cooked at a very high temperature, there is a change in the chemical composition of the food. So cooking of food is a chemical change, but here, sorry to say, in the fourth figure, it is the water which is boiling. So the boiling of water is a physical change. Now today we are going to discuss second kind of change, that is chemical change. A chemical change is a change in which one or more new substances are formed. There will be a change in the chemical composition of the substance when a chemical change is taking place. Chemical change is also called a chemical reaction. You will be learning about the chemical reactions in your higher classes. In a chemical reaction, while writing it, on the left hand side, we used to write the reactants, and on the right hand side, we write the products formed. Between the reactants and products, there is an arrow which is put, which indicates it becomes. The reactants, when combined, it becomes what we get at the output, that is the product. So various chemical changes which we have observed in our surroundings, in our daily life. Rusting of iron, as already discussed, iron oxide is formed. Because of rusting, a new chemical is formed. So rusting of iron is a chemical change. Then burning of wood. Again, the wood is burned, then carbon dioxide comes out, so it is a chemical change. Formation of curd from milk. Curd is totally different from milk. Sometimes your mother must have asked you not to take milk with curd. Why? It is because of their different chemical composition. So formation of curd from milk is again a chemical change. Cooking of food, as already discussed, there is a change in the chemical composition of the food because you add oil, you add butter, you add salt, you add many other spices while cooking of food. So it is a chemical change. During a chemical change, the following changes take place. Number 1, formation of a new substance will definitely occur in a chemical change. Heat or light may be absorbed or released. It is not compulsory that heat will be released or it will be absorbed, light will be released or it will be absorbed. Heat or light may be absorbed or released. We will be discussing some reactions in which heat and light will be released in this chapter. Sound may be produced in a chemical reaction. Certain crackling sounds sometimes come out when a chemical reaction or a chemical change takes place. But it is not always. Sometimes sound may be produced. A color change may take place. A physical change, color change takes place, but in a chemical change it is not necessary. A color change may take place, right? A change in smell may take place. Then sixth part, a gas may be formed. Some gases may be coming out due to chemical reaction or due to chemical change. So some chemical changes which we observe in our daily life nearby you in your surroundings. First is the rusting of iron because of the formation of iron oxide, Fe2O3, as a new chemical is formed here due to rusting of iron. So it is a chemical change. Then burning of wood, again CO2 comes out, so it is again a chemical change. Burning of coal is also a chemical change. The third figure is setting of curd from milk. Again, due to change in the chemical composition of the curd from milk, it is a chemical change. And fourth one is the cooking of food. Due to the change in the chemical composition, due to the change in the chemical formula, you can say, food when cooked, it is a chemical change. So these are the various examples which we find in our daily life which depicts various chemical changes taking place in these processes. Then come to the next part. What is rusting of iron? As shown in the figure, again the same thing, you are able to see a brownish layer over the iron chain. What is this brownish substance that is appearing on the piece of iron? You must have seen that iron gates of parks or farmlands, iron benches kept in lawns and gardens. Almost every article of iron kept in the open gets rusted. At home also, you must have seen shovels and spades getting rusted when exposed to atmosphere, that is moisture, for some time. In the kitchen you can find a wet iron pan, that is tawa. It often gets rusted if left in that state for some time. So what is this rust? It is this brownish substance that appears on a piece of iron when exposed to atmosphere for some time. This is rust, and the process is called as rusting. You can be asked this question in your exam. What is rust and what is rusting? So you must be able to answer all the questions being asked in the chapter. So a rust is a film of brownish substance that appears on a piece of iron when exposed to atmosphere for some time, and the process is called rusting. So rust is not iron. Remember, it is totally different from iron. What is the chemical formula of iron? Fe. And what is the chemical formula of rust? Fe2O3, that is iron oxide. So clearly it is totally different from iron. So it is a chemical change. So rusting of iron is a chemical change. You must have observed various other articles which gets rusted. For example, silver, copper, they too get rusted. But here we don't use the word rusting. Here the word being used is corrosion. Remember, a new word comes out, corrosion. So silver and copper, they undergo corrosion. We don't say that silver gets rusted, copper gets rusted. We say silver, copper, when exposed to atmosphere moisture for some time, they undergo corrosion. So this is all about the rusting of iron, indicating the chemical change in it. Then come to the next part, that is burning of magnesium ribbon. Burning of magnesium ribbon. When a strip of magnesium ribbon is heated over a flame, it combines with oxygen and burns with a bright light to form a powdery ash called magnesium oxide. What to do? You take a thin strip of magnesium ribbon, rub it properly with a sandpaper to clean it. Why it is necessary to clean the magnesium ribbon before burning? In order to remove the layer of magnesium oxide which might be present over it. On rubbing with sandpaper, it gets removed. Now, bring this magnesium ribbon near to the candle flame. What will happen? You will observe it burns with a brilliant white light. So again, this question can be asked to you. What happens when magnesium ribbon is burnt? So your answer must come out. It burns with a brilliant white light and magnesium oxide is formed. You must be able to answer each and every question asked in this chapter side by side. One more question can come out. Why this magnesium ribbon is rubbed with sandpaper before rubbing? What should be the answer? It is to remove the layer of magnesium oxide, if any, present over it, so that it burns completely. So, one more question you can be asked. The name of the new substance formed on burning magnesium, and you can be asked to write the corresponding equation also. So the new substance formed on burning magnesium is what? It is magnesium oxide. And how to write the chemical equation representing this burning of magnesium ribbon? The reaction can be written as magnesium plus oxygen becomes magnesium oxide. Now, magnesium and oxygen, these are the reactants, and magnesium oxide is the product formed, and the arrow indicates becomes. So, magnesium oxide, as you can see, is totally different from the reactants. So, it is a chemical change. A new substance is formed. Whenever there is a change in the chemical composition, whenever a new substance is formed, it is a chemical change. So magnesium ribbon, when burnt, it forms magnesium oxide, MgO, as it is a new chemical substance formed. So it is a chemical change. Now if the magnesium oxide is dissolved in water, then what happens? If it is dissolved in water, it forms a new substance called magnesium hydroxide. So when magnesium oxide is dissolved in water, what happens? Magnesium hydroxide is formed. Now the nature of the magnesium hydroxide can be tested with litmus paper, red litmus paper or blue litmus paper. Now you have studied in your previous chapter that bases are tested with red litmus paper. Red litmus paper will turn blue if the substance is basic in nature, and acids are tested with blue litmus paper. If blue litmus paper turns red, then the substance is acidic in nature. You have learned this in your previous lesson. So how to write down the chemical equation now representing the reaction between magnesium oxide and water? The reaction can be written as magnesium oxide, MgO, plus water, it becomes magnesium hydroxide, MgOH2. You can be asked to write the reaction taking place between magnesium oxide and water, and you must be able to write the corresponding chemical equation. Remember, magnesium hydroxide is basic in nature. As tested with the red litmus paper, we find red litmus paper will turn blue. So it is basic in nature. So as you can see the figure showing you the burning of magnesium ribbon. On burning, as already told, a brilliant white light will come out when you burn magnesium ribbon. So it is dangerous to look for long at the burning magnesium ribbon. So while burning magnesium ribbon, you should be very careful. You should never look directly on the burning magnesium ribbon. You should not stare at the burning ribbon. This may harm your eyes. So today we have learned about the chemical change. Various other examples we will be explaining to understand the concept of chemical change. So one main concept which we get today is what? In a chemical change, one or more new substances are formed. There is always a change in the chemical composition, and a chemical change is also called a chemical reaction. And while writing a reaction, you have to write reactants on the one side, product on the other side, and put arrow between reactants and the products. Many more examples we are going to discuss in this chapter in our further lectures. Thank you very much.